game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
All right, Boxing Voice here with freshly signed PBC fighter out of Brownsville, Texas, the Valley, Omar Juarez. You know, hey, congratulations on the signing. You got your pro debut under the PBC in LA. How excited are you about this whole signing and going into the pros with one of the big names?
I'm very, very excited because, you know, Al Haymon is known as one of the greatest managers of all time, and I know he's going to keep me busy, and I know I'm going to be fighting. I'm going to be very, very busy, and I'm going to get a lot of fights in next year. Hopefully I can get one in this year, late December, but I know I'm going to be real busy next year. I'm excited. I'm real excited.
All right, so give us some insight on you. What your full name? Your full name is?
Omar El Relámpago Juarez. My middle name Alejandro, but they call me El Relámpago back at home.
Okay, for the lightning. All right.
Yes,
all right. So take us back. What got you into boxing? What's your background in the amateurs, so for people that want to know who you are?
Well, I started boxing at the age of 8. My dad was a huge fan, and he put me and my older brother in it ever since. My older brother didn't last. He lasted until 16. That was it. But I kept it going. I knew God meant to put me in this earth for boxing. I was meant for the sport, and I ended my amateur career with 120 amateur fights, about 4 or 5 national titles, 7 state titles, and about 30 losses.
All right, so you're a young man, 19. What was it like? What was it like getting, you know, your first? Usually, you know, fighters have to go through, you know, the local fight scene to get noticed and then get signed by somebody. But you went straight to the source, and your pro debut was under a PBC card, correct?
Yes, it was. My coach right now from San Antonio, because I come to San Antonio about 2 to 3 days out of the week. I'll come to San Antonio with my trainer Rick Nunez, and my trainer back at home is my father, Rick Juarez. But Rick saw me back at a national qualifier. He saw me, and from there, ever since, he hooked it up, and we've been going. The ball's been rolling since there.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, the Valley is a big place down in. It's a hidden gem. There's somewhere around 3 million people with all the cities put together. You know, huge hotbed for boxing. People love boxing. We know, you know, Omar Figueroa and his brother from coming from there. We've seen what they can do as far as building a following. You already have a following. They got pep rallies at high schools for you. So and showing your fight live, what's that like being, you know, getting that kind of attention at such a young age to kick off your career?
Well, what I do is I go around the campuses in the school district there in Brownsville, and what I do is I motivational speak there at the schools. And I started when I was 16 years old, and we've been getting busy with that too. And from there, it started off. I started at one school, and from there it just expanded. More schools started calling other schools. I've even done Christian schools. I've done private schools. It's crazy, and they're all following me. And I promise them that I'm going to become the very first world champion from Brownsville, Texas.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And again, seeing what Omar Figueroa has done down there, he's near the tail end of his career. But do you see yourself as the new person to carry that side of, you know, that side of Texas that's huge into boxing?
Of course. Also, his little brother Brandon Figueroa. I spar with him a lot, and I feel like myself, him, a couple other fighters, we will put the RGV in the map. We will, definitely, because there's a lot of talent in the RGV. Just people don't know it yet. Because when I tell people, when I go to the tournaments, I'm from Brownsville, they tell me, where? I'm like, South Texas. Oh, San Antonio. I'm like, no, south than that. Like, oh, Corpus Christi. I'm like, the southest you can go in Brownsville. Yeah. They don't really know, but later on they will. They'll know where Brownsville, Texas is.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours south from where, you know, San Antonio is. That's the first major city around this area. But your style, we have boxers, we have brawlers, we have boxer punchers, we have stylists. What are you?
A lot of people have told me I'm a counter puncher, but a bit of I like to work that body. I believe that the body falls. I mean, if you hit the body, the head will fall. But I love to hit and not get hit. That's the name of the game.
So have you always had more of a pro style, even in the amateurs, where amateurs are more for points and, you know, just, you know, peppering people?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what happened in the amateurs. You know, we got really frustrated because I would go work that body, and unfortunately, I wouldn't get the decisions sometimes because they would be tagging me, and I would tag them back, but it wasn't. I didn't have the amateur style where I didn't want to work the body. I don't want to move my head a little bit. But a lot of people told me that I had that good style not to change it. So I didn't change it, and here I am now.
You're going to see that going into the beginning of your pro fights. You're going to start off at 4-rounders, 6-rounders. How are you going to adjust to that, knowing that you're more of a long distance fighter where you like to break people down?
Well, we practice all that here in the sparrings. I'll do 4, usually 6, sometimes 8 to 10, and we'll work it from there. Like I said, I have a really good coach, Rick Nunez, who trains Mario Barrios. So he's a very good, experienced coach. So he knows what he's doing with me. Yeah.
And so give us a little bit of background what you do on your off time. You know, boxing as a 19-year-old can be taxing. You can't go eat a cheeseburger. You can't go to the racetrack with your friends. You got to live a Spartan lifestyle. So what do you do whenever you're not in the gym?
Well, usually what I'll do is spend time with my family, or I'll vlog for YouTube. Yeah, I usually vlog for YouTube, or what I love to do is. Because I don't have a nutritionist myself, I like to look all that stuff up, and I help myself out with all the nutritional stuff.
I appreciate the time. Impressive sparring. We will definitely catch up to you as your career progresses. But any last words? Anything you want to get off your chest? Any shout outs or anything I missed?
Just shout out to my coaches, Rick Nunez and Omar Juarez, my dad, and watch out for me. I'm going to become the very first world champion from Brownsville, Texas.
All right, there you go. Confidence is key. Thank you for your time, Rod.
140 pounds from Brownsville, Texas, Omar Juarez! Good afternoon, everyone. First off, I want to thank your staff, your principal for inviting me again. It's such an honor to come back. And
TV family, yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.